Hello, my name is Peter Chase, Executive Vice President and Founder of Scribe Software. And I'm joined here by Arjun Moorthy, who is the VP of Business Development and Channel Sales for HubSpot, an inbound marketing platform company and leader. And they are a new partner of Scribe. And Arjun, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about HubSpot and a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So first, we'll start with HubSpot. HubSpot is a software company based out of Cambridge, Mass. It's about 7 years old now. We do an inbound marketing software platform. Basically, think about it like marketing in a box. Everything that you would need to do online marketing, all in one place, built from the ground up. Really built for small and medium-sized businesses. Companies with typically less than 1,000 employees. That's kind of our sweet spot. So in the last 7 years, we've gained about 11,000 customers. Company is about almost 700 employees now, funded with over 100 million in venture capital. So good. We've had a really good run. Been thrilled about it. And then I myself, I've been with the company for about 3 years. I oversee our business development and channel sales teams. And channel sales makes up about 40% of the company's revenues. So quite a significant portion of the company.
Great, great. Well, one of the things that you could help us with perhaps is, could you draw a distinction between inbound marketing and I guess traditional outbound marketing?
Yeah, absolutely. So inbound marketing is really permission-based marketing. Marketing where your prospects and customers seek you out and reach out to you. Outbound marketing is more where the marketer or the person who's selling the product reaches out to the prospect. So that's your traditional advertising, spam email, cold calling, things like that is your traditional outbound marketing. And then inbound marketing is really what we all do on a regular basis every day. If you want to buy a product, you probably go to Google and search for something. So you're searching for it, and then whatever comes up, you're seeking the vendor out, and you find their stuff. So that's inbound marketing.
Great, great. And why should the audience care about inbound marketing? Are there some macro trends or macro level trends or some information that would help understand why you should care more about inbound marketing today?
Yes, very much so. That was really the founding of the company, was this recognition of this macro trend that technology is really helping to screen out outbound marketing. For most of us now, if you think about spam email, I mean, when's the last time you bought anything off of an unsolicited email?
It's been a while.
Probably never. And part of the reason is you don't even see most of it. You know, your spam filter catches it, or if you use priority inbox, it just automatically deprioritizes things like that. Cold calling. You know, today we have do not call lists or caller ID. Nobody really picks up a call they don't recognize. And yet those are like the two big marketing plays for most companies. Cold call, spam email. So those aren't working. And then even ad blocking software, lots of things are just getting harder and harder to reach a consumer by and really interrupt them. Versus if you publish great content, the inbound marketing way, optimize it for search engines and for social media, then what you find is people find you when they're ready or they're in the research phase, and it's a much more natural engagement model. You build a real relationship with these customers on their time and when they want it.
Yeah, I was at an event, and this president of Serious Decisions, who you probably know, they're maybe a partner of yours, was talking about how their survey of companies found that sales cycles were getting shorter, which you would think would be good news. But when they talked to customers, the buying cycles were getting longer.
Right.
And so what they were concluding was that people were waiting much longer today in this age of the internet and information before they actually engaged with a brand to buy. How does that tie into inbound marketing?
That's exactly the principle about inbound marketing. Actually, the stat that a lot of people like to cite is one, I think it's from the CEB, the Corporate Executive Board. So those guys have written books like Challenger Sales and pretty influential stuff. And one of their findings was that the average buyer, especially in B2B, maybe in B2C as well, has already completed about 60% of their buying cycle and research before they ever contact a salesperson. So that's why the sales cycle seems shorter, because it's the last 40. But what it means is that in that first 60%, you, the seller, want to make sure that your content is getting out there, and that's what they're reading to educate themselves about the space and the product and the criteria they should be using to select the right product. And so this is stuff like, writing great blog posts and ebooks and white papers and getting great reviews from customers and partners and all this great content that gets out there and is shared around. That's how your customer is going to do their research. So they're not just going to read your site. They're going to read other publications. They're going to search on social media. And whatever they find that seems the most credible, the most well thought out, the most insightful, the author of that or the source of that is who they're going to trust. So really what all this says is inbound marketing is about writing great, remarkable content that's helpful to people. And that is really the bulk of the effort. Then that gets shared and that gets searched and that gets indexed a lot, and that's how you win.
And I guess that segues into my final question, which was, what advice do you have if I'm looking to expand my inbound marketing, or if I'm looking to start doing inbound marketing? What advice do you have to get started in terms of best practices or what have you?
I think so. Let's look at it from both sides. So from the buyer, the content producer point of view, it basically says if you want to really get on the inbound marketing machine, think about who is your typical buyer, and whoever that typical buyer is, really start to craft what kind of content would they be interested in reading, and not just like product stuff about how cool my product is and look at all the features and this and that. No, it's what are they really trying to solve? What problem are they trying to solve? And how does my product address that? And ideally have it backed up through third-party sources. So publish great content and have it done through some software, perhaps HubSpot or any other software that helps it be optimized for search engines and social media. That's a great way to start that. And then from the other standpoint, a lot of your audience, for example, is a lot of people who are IT resellers themselves, who've built great businesses on this. And one of the reasons that inbound marketing is especially important for them is, I think another quote that a lot of people have heard is from Gartner.
Right.
And they said, by 2017, the CMO will outspend the CIO. That's a huge statement. I mean, we're all used to selling and working with the CIO, and who is this marketing guy who now controls way more money? In fact, he probably controls about half as much already if you think he's going to, cross the path in 2017. So for anybody that's involved in the world of technology and software and reselling, then the marketing guy is really now driving the ship, because companies realize that the leverage is in marketing and in inbound marketing. So from a technology standpoint, you want to get really comfortable and familiar with inbound marketing and marketing software, because that's increasingly what your buyers are going to talk about. So they're going to produce the content, and you on the other side need to understand the technology behind it. That's, I think, the new change.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us today, and good luck with your inbound marketing plans.
Great. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.